Nigeria never ceases to amaze me. In fact, I can no longer be shocked by Nigeria because this is a country where snake is swallowing millions upon millions of naira. This is a country that, we've heard some insane stories. I can no longer be shocked. But this one, it shocked me. It shocked me. Senate president that has just been, put in place, Senate president by the name Godswill Akpabio, who has just, entered office to become the Senate president, is of padding the new palliative. This new palliative that was announced which day that Tinubu wants to give to poor families in Nigeria, just 8,000 naira per month, so which is cumulatively 48,000 naira for 6 months. The Senate chairman, the Senate president, and Yayi and others are allegedly accused of padding Tinubu's palliative budget with over 200 billion naira. In fact, when I heard that these people were giving out $1 million, or is it $1,000? No, $1 million to people so that they could, get votes, so that they would be able to emerge as the Senate president. I told myself that we are in for it, because immediately these people get into office, the first thing they would do is to recuperate the funds that they've expanded, you know, the funds that they've expanded or given out to people during the campaign period. Is so sad. Budget padding is a reality, is real in Nigeria. Without further ado, guys, let's delve into the details of this news. By the way, before I go on, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please make sure you subscribe, turn on the post notification bell, give this video a massive thumbs up so that it gets recommended to other YouTube viewers all around the world as well. Lastly, leave your opinions in the comment section, share with your friends and family. Without further ado, let's delve right into the details of today's news. Speculations have emerged that Senate President Godswill and other senators, including Adeola Yayi, allegedly padded President Bola Tinubu's palliative budget with over 200 billion naira. And we keep saying that we have no money, we keep borrowing from other countries, whereas the little money we have is going into some people's pockets just because you are being elected into office to, to pass law, to pass bills. You now turn yourself into God. So before you must pass any budget, you must first of all pad it. You must get your own percentage before you do the actual job that you are being elected, to do. According to Sarah reporters, the Senate president and some of his colleagues allegedly took advantage of the amendments of the 2022 super supplementary appropriation act to pad the budget by over 200 billion naira. Newsroom Nigeria recalls that the Senate on Thursday approved Tinubu's request to appropriate 500 billion naira for palliative to cushion the effect of the removal of petrol subsidy on Nigerians. So which means, if this story is true, if the budget was actually padded by a whooping sum of 200 billion, not million, 200 billion naira, if you minus 200 billion from 500 billion, which means Nigerians are left with 300 billion. Let's also consider the fact that in the process of paying out these monies, in the process of disbursing these monies to the Nigerians that this money is actually meant for, some people along the line are also going to take their own share. That's the reality. Which means by the time all these people take their own share, at the end of the day, it might only be 100 billion that will be shared to Nigerians. people who are actually suffering, people who are actually in dire need of this money. Let's continue. Senate leader Okoyemi Bamidele Ekiti Central, who sponsored the motion, which was given accelerated passage by the Senate, had said, "Mr. President, my highly esteemed colleagues, permit me to lead the debate on this very important bill, which seeks to authorize the issuance of a sum of 500 billion naira only. This sum has been extracted from the 2022 Supplementary Appropriations Act of 819 billion 536 million 937,815 naira only for the provision of palliatives to Nigerians to cushion the effects of fuel subsidy removal. The Senate followed an earlier approval by the House of Representatives to amend the 2022 Supplementary Appropriation Act. The 500 billion naira will be taken from the 819 billion naira Supplementary Appropriation Act. However, sources have disclosed to Sahara reporters that Akpabio, Akwa Ibom Northwest Senatorial District, Deputy Senate President Jubril Barau, Kano North Senatorial District, and Senator Solomon Adeola, popularly called Yayi, Ogun West Senatorial District, were the significant architects of the budget padding. One of the sources said, and I quote, "Akpabio and Adeola Yayi inserted over 200 million naira into TINUBU'S palliative budget. They padded in more than 200 billion in the amended 2022 supplementary budget." Another source who reveals that some senators, including the chief whip, Aliu Nzume, Borno South, opposed the act. Senator Aliu Nzume and others opposed it vehemently. Many senators walked out, but Senator Akpabio still went ahead and passed the bill. This is exactly why the president wanted his own man, his own right-hand person, his own chosen candidate to be the Senate president so that he can have his way. Anything the president needs, he gets. There is no arguing or debating on issues. There is no debating so that you can reach a reasonable conclusion. None of that. Anything the president wants, the Senate president makes sure that he gets. Akpabio, Senator Jubril Barau, and Senator Adeola Yayi are the major architects of a budget padding, another source said. Documents obtained by Sahara reporters shows how funds were allocated under the column 2022 supplementary amendments for projects that Eteto had no allocations under column 2022 supplementary bill. For instance, 1 billion was suddenly earmarked for the supply of tricycles, keke napep, to the underprivileged in the society. 2 billion was allocated to the construction of public buildings in various communities and villages. 4 billion was earmarked for rehabilitation and construction of selected critical roads, while 2 billion was allocated for the construction of block of 3 classrooms with furniture and toilets, construction and furnishing of skills acquisition centers, and construction of primary health care centers with furniture in some selected communities and towns. Others include 500 million naira for the construction of Eddy Road, Sabo Market, Ilaro Township Road, Yewa South, Ogun State, 1 billion for the construction of roads in Imeko, Afon, Iwoye, and Obada, Ogun State, 1 billion for the construction of Elisha, Agbara Road, Agbara Odo Ota in Ogun, 1 billion for the construction of Market Square, Fadama Ring Road, Imashayi, Yewa North, and Ota Lafenwa Road, Section 1, Ogun State, 800 million naira for police barracks, Old Baggage Link Road, Odeogun, Idiroko, Ogun State, 700 million naira for the construction of some rural roads in Ikot, Ekpene local government area, Akwa Ibom, to enhance agricultural output, 1.25 billion naira for the construction of some rural roads in Essien, Idim local government area to improve farm produce, 1.25 billion naira for the construction of Afama Ikot Ebam, Ikot Akpan, Essien, Irakpam Ikot Ikpamb, and Ikot Ebien Okon roads to boost agricultural outputs. You'll get the other details on our website, you guys. Let me have your reactions in the comment section. What do you think about these, news that have been leaked? Imagine, Nigeria, corruption or upon corruption. It's just really sad. But you guys, let me have your opinions in the comment section. Subscribe if you haven't. Share this video with your friends and family. I will see you in my next video. Bye for now.